Hey everyone, Joshua here, and welcome to another video. We are going to do a unboxing today of the new, brand spanking new 2021 MacBook Pro with the M1 Apple Silicon inside and 1 terabyte hard drive and 16 gigs of RAM. Now, I chose this to replace my machine, obviously, because I do some gaming and stuff like that. And people say, oh, well, you can't game on a Mac. Well, you're wrong. And I will show you in later videos why that is. But for now, we're just going to do an unboxing. This is the box, comes in the normal plastic. On the back here, you can see 16 gigabytes of memory and 1 terabyte SSD. Now, little fact for you, not all SSDs are the same. Some read and write faster than others. Also, the larger SSD you have, 9 times out of 10, it's actually going to read and write faster. All right. So here we have the Apple logo on one side, MacBook Pro logo on the other side, the general stuff. Let's go ahead and pull the tab. Let's hope if I do. Oh, so close. I'm sorry, guys. Everybody wants to see the big reveal or the peel, so to speak. There we go. All right, I'm just going to go ahead and take the rest of this off. Okay, let's flip it over here. And take her out of the box. All right, here we have it encased in a plastic wrap. Here's a little pull tab for us to take it out with. And unlike the MacBook Air, the MacBook Pro is actually squared off. It is not a wedge shape tapering towards the palm rests or the top of the screen, so to speak. Flip it over here on the back. I know I'm not doing that right. That's okay. Okay, and here we have it. This is the default color. They did not do any, for this first generation of M1 chips, they didn't do any particular special colors. This is just space gray. Which honestly is my favorite color, so that's good. And here we have the inside. We have our USB Type-C charger. It is not wrapped in a braided cable. It is just the old rubber style, the kind that, kind of gets a little bit dingy and stuff like that. But they are supposed to be bringing that out to all the other devices. So look for braided cables. And then here we have our, standard quick start guide, and we have our Apple stickers. Also, they match whichever one you would have gotten. So this is space gray, you get space gray Apple stickers. Now, they used to be only white. Underneath here, we have the charging block. Now, this is this is a bigger charging block than the Air. This should be 60-watt charger. Now these are, so you can change the tips. So in the United States, we have a positive and negative. In other countries, you have different ones. So you can take this actually off and you can replace this, and you can actually, if you know you're going to like Spain or something like that, you can go ahead and get the other prong for that country. And these will automatically adjust to the wattage and everything depending on whatever country you go to. You can see here it has a range that it will actually automatically identify and give out the right wattage. Okay, that's another thing. That's another reason why you need to be very careful about buying non-Apple chargers, because you never know what you're going to get unless you know what you're looking for, and you can actually check for something like that. End up going and plugging your charger into a wall outlet, and then boom, everything's fried because you didn't have a charging block that's capable of adjusting wattage and amperage. All right, back to the MacBook Pro. Now, M1. On the sides here, we have two USB-C type. You can only there's only two. They're on the left side. On the right side, there is only the standard headphone jack. Now, with the M1, the first generation, because of limitations, they can only support output to one device other than your monitor built in. Unfortunately, on the next generation, there is supposed to be, again, 4 USB-C type ports on both sides, and you'll be able to put out more than just one display. Ooh. May have to readjust here. Guys, we are back. Automatically started up as soon as I opened the lid. I didn't have to push the power button, which is right here. On this model, they still have the touch finger ID power button built in. This comes with the touch bar. The MacBook Air does not. It comes with your normal function keys. We're going to go ahead and set up real quick. Okay, now we are booted up. Everything is loaded in. And I want to just give you a comparison here. So here we have my MacBook Air 2020 with Intel Iris Plus graphics. I want you to see the differences here. So we have a full function keys, but here, if you'll look, the MacBook Pro with the M1 chip has a much larger trackpad than the MacBook Air. And also, setting it side by side, they have the same footprint. Now, if we shut it and look at the side here, I will show you that wedge shape once again. We also have the ports. You can see it tapers off to the palm rests, but we still have the same 2 ports on both sides. Opening this back up, surprisingly light. I do have to say everything is very instantaneous. Now, even just like with my MacBook Air, everything was fast. With the SSD, just kind of frees up the processor to do whatever it needs to do. The thing is though, with this, as you'll see, we'll just go through and open up everything, and it will just open these windows up instantaneously. Bang, 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 bang. All these programs. Let's go through and quit. Now, I can tell you my MacBook Air would definitely not be able to do that. It's pretty good at doing one task at a time. Good single thread performance. Not too good of a multi-core performance. Multi-core. Now we can just go in here and run a quick little benchmark and see what kind of score we get. Okay, the test has run and we have our scores. So single score performance, we have 1732, and multi-score, we have 7,517. Now just to give you a little bit of a comparison here, I again have my MacBook Air right side by side. And this is running the Intel Iris Plus graphics. We got a single score of 1,041 and a multi-score of 2,217. That is a huge difference. And there's a lot of different things going on here. So Intel Iris Plus graphics. First of all, Intel, not the best at making graphics. Now, Apple, with their M1 chip, what they've basically done is they've taken 4 cores and dedicated it to the GPU. And let me tell you, it is powerful and it is fast. And if you think you can't game on this thing, I'm about to show you wrong. Now, granted, you can play games on the Intel Iris Plus graphics. They are a big, huge step up from previous generations of Intel graphics. But let's just go in here. Let's go to one of my games that I've had before. That's something we could play. You know what? Let's do Counter-Strike. Why not? I haven't played in a while, so I'll be incredibly rusty. All right, so we have loaded up CSGO. It is working. This is translated from x86 through Rosetta 2, and it is working just fine as it loads. And as you can see, we're getting over 60 frames a second on average. Okay, so we are now loaded in here to Counter-Strike. Some people here on, so like I said again, this is being translated from x86. You can see up here it is showing CSGO OS X 64, so this is a 64-bit game. It is running through Rosetta 2 translation. There is a little bit of a bug, so it will kind of mess up the resolution whenever it loads up the first time. There's a quick little fix. You can go on and change your launch settings so it changes the resolution of the screen back down here, and you can actually click out of the login screen, or I mean the intro to the title. It'll blow up too big, and then the intro to the title will be down, and you can't resize the window, so you need to go in and change your settings. All right, let's try to, I don't know, jump in. Again, I'm not good, so I'm probably gonna die. But that's not the point. We're playing a AAA title, new game. CSGO has been around forever. Okay, here we go. And again, we're getting well above 60 frames per second. Oh, I'm gonna die. I already know. If you guys want to see me play CSGO and put this on the channel, give me a thumbs up or put it down in the comments. I don't know, let's not be a terrorist. Okay, now everybody's loaded in. Okay, so we are holding at, there are some frame drops there with loading in. Right now it's showing 140 some frames per second. Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. Ah, don't kill me. Okay, well I died. So you could see up there it was showing well above 60 frames per second. There was a couple frame drops there where we got to the 50s. But other than that, a little bit of stuttering. This is OpenGL. OpenGL has mixed performance on both Windows and Mac. So it just is what it is. All right, let's exit out of that. So that was just a quick little dive into the new M1 MacBook Pro. If you guys want to see some more videos like this, let me know.